So the divorce between young Jeezy and Jeannie has been trending like wildfire over the past several days. You guys have linked me all types of things to be able to react to because you want my thoughts on it. It is reported that they are divorcing because they couldn't agree on certain family values and expectations. Each felt like their needs weren't completely being met. And it's crazy to think for me that values and expectations weren't being met or set in stone just 2 years after you discussed them prior to getting married. Which means to me that somebody flipped. Now, there's been previous clips of Jeannie speaking as the independent boss woman queen that we know of her to be. But then after getting with Jeezy, she changed her tone and then now says that she wants a leader.
I'm a very dominant woman. I own my business. I lead my teams. I played my own manager, my own publicist, my own lawyer when I didn't have money to have those people. So I make the decisions in my life. When I come home, I like the idea that my man leads us. That doesn't mean that in this case, Jay makes all the decisions for us. That doesn't mean that when he says, how are we spending our money or where are we moving, that I just say, yes, sir, or yes, your honor. Like, it's not that. It's a, you know what? I think that we would do best here. I want to do this. And he takes the decision. He formulates it with our overall vision and he leads us. And I like to submit to that. I don't want to lead in our household and in our marriage. I want him to lead, and I have all the essence of what I bring as a wife to make that decision, but that I love that my husband will be the man that leads.
But I told you guys once before, the programming of feminism is so damn strong. Legit. I've been dating recently and I get conservative women that say that they want a leader, but then if you ask them individual questions about what does it mean to have a leader, then their programming shuts down.
I don't like the guilt and the pressure that's placed on women to have children. Just because we're women, it means that we have the choice. It doesn't mean that we have to have children. It means that we have the choice. My choice was, I'm better off working to better myself as an adult because that's a full-time project for me. Make my life better and fix what I've experienced or risk ruining another person's. I'm gonna go for this one because I'm already halfway there and I'm doing good.
Then they start speaking about the unfairness of double standards between male and female, complaining about getting with someone that's narcissistic or controlling. Yeah. The list goes on. But what I think happened here is that Jeannie pulled the good old-fashioned switcheroo where she says one thing, but then her actions after getting the ring changed. Here actually goes a clip of her speaking about the way that she conducts herself in a relationship.
Not a lot of people know this, but it's just something in my family. I've seen it in my grandmother. Saw it in my grandfather, to my grandmother, to my mom, to my aunts, to me, right? But I didn't notice it in myself until I was with Jeezy.
Interesting. You didn't notice in your previous marriage?
No, because it has to do with the type of relationship you have and the type of respect you have for that person to mirror things back to you where you actually would stop you in your tracks and evaluate yourself, you know?
So you had it.
So I had it, but nobody ever called me out on it. Also in my line of work, sometimes being a boss isn't so great for you because you have a lot of people who just agree to what you want. They're yes men, right? And so I didn't notice that I had a hot temper until I got with Jeezy. And
so essentially she's saying that the white guy that she was with before that, she didn't respect, way less so than Jeezy. And now she's saying that it's not good that she's in a position of power because now she doesn't know how to deal in reality with this power to people who she's supposed to be looking at from a leadership or accountability perspective. It's interesting. You give them absolute power and they seem to be absolutely corrupt with that power. But let's proceed.
Here's a person who is my equal and I really respect. And when I would spew some of my old habit and he was like, like who? That's not flying here.
Yeah.
And also, it was...
As a man should. So you gain boundaries. Don't let them walk all over you. Set those with clear framework on how they should conduct themselves around you going into the future.
Trigger him to come back at me with things where I was like, who the do you think you are? But I was triggering him. So through work, we learned that we both have certain habits that to the everyday person, from friends, family, fans, they'll never see it. But to the person who loves us deep enough, you can press that button and boom, the dragon comes out.
She's got a war mouth. She's admitting it right here. Gentlemen, listen to me. Pay close attention to how your woman responds to you if you offer critique and or criticism. Does she get into her feminine, receive the information, respects you as well as your authority, and then makes changes or has a pleasant discussion with you on how to do better? Or maybe how you misunderstood her? Or does she give you the masculine? Does she give you the drama? Does she give you the arguments? Does she figure out how to say no way more times than she figures out how to say yes? You need to take note of that because you cannot judge these women when times are good. You need to see how they operate when you hold them accountable, when they need to apologize for something, when they feel as though their back is up against the wall. But my fear is that many of these women can act one way and then get the ring and then switch 360. Let's proceed.
And we both have it, so we had to work on that. But he never told me to fix my temper. I just saw it and I thought, unless I want to stay in this place where I lose this person I love and I stay in my comfort zone of doing what I want to do and function the way I have for the last 40 years when nobody else had to stop me.
Which obviously has done quite well for you.
Right, I could have. But this was something greater that I wanted. And also a great challenge to myself to say, what if, now that I know it exists and the dragon's there, what if I got rid of that? How do I kill that dragon or store it in its place?
And there you have it. See, if it was Jeezy on a podcast talking about that he had a dragon within him, a bunch of the commenters would call him an abuser. But that same rhetoric won't apply to a Jeannie Mai. I'm just happy that Jeezy got a prenup.
My ex-boyfriend of 6 years. Love him. Really good guy. The last year of our relationship, I started cheating on him with a guy in LA. And that guy was the one who told me, break with your boyfriend, move to LA.
Was he cheating on you too, or?
He's a good boy.
Why did you cheat on your 6-year relationship?
I was so bored and so young, and just like, when you're that young, it's like you don't know what you want in life, and like in the moment it seems like a good setup and you think you're happy and content, and then you reach like 2021 and you're like, oh fuck, like I have a lot of life to live, and like I didn't want to stay in Nevada. And then I met this guy who was like my dream guy, who was like so fucking hot, and like my ex-boyfriend of 6 years, we stopped having sex. Like I wasn't sexually attracted to him. It was just like we were so comfortable and like family and like roommates at that point. But like just there was no sexual romantic aspect to it. So then I met that guy and
straight up hypergamous demon behavior that turned a good guy into a dog. Women like this inevitably complain about the men that they are creating. Instead of destroying your ex-boyfriend who you claim was a good guy, does your Super Saiyan harlot smooth brain ass even think to break up with him first? But not even just that, but you continue to embarrass him by going on public platforms to continue to shame him. The quest for dopamine overrides common sense nowadays.
I'm so fucking tired of being disappointed by men. I'm so fucking tired of getting hurt. I'm so fucking tired of men lying and then calling it honesty. I'm so tired of men pretending like they want to be in a relationship with you and literally pretend and act like they are in a relationship with you just for them to turn around weeks later and say they don't want a relationship with you. So what the f were you doing the entire time? Were we playing pretend? How old are we? I thought we stopped playing pretend when we turned like 9. Why are we still doing it? Why are you a little boy in a man's body? Why have you not matured yet? Why do I have to be disappointed and feel like a fool every time?
We don't learn them, so it's like that.
I'll ask you another question. How do you tell your girlfriend that she's getting fat?
I probably would say you don't.
Beta! To be honest with you, in my current situation, I would tell one of the kids to say it.
Get that French toast out of here.
That's what I would do. I would say, I'll buy you like Nutella. I'll give you unlimited Nutella till September. If you just whisper in mommy's ear that she's getting a little fat and you don't want to lose mommy, and and then also it's a good test because I would know then if one of my kids, which one's a fat and which one will just is loyal to this goddamn family.
These men having to tiptoe around their woman demonstrates the fall of the modern man today. Weak and submissive to their woman out of fear. But hey, guess what? If you lose your income, if you lose your financial foundation, it'll take about a month before she begins to tell you what a real man is supposed to do about it. And you're gonna soon find that the carefulness that you extend to her won't be reciprocated.
You say he lost his job today?
Yeah.
I would leave him today.
Here, if your man lost his job today, how long would it take for you to leave him if you would leave him?
No, I don't need a man. I'm an engineer. Like, we're good. We're good, I promise.
Not very long. I mean, I ain't putting up with that crap.
No, I love my man, so I'd support him.
Fair enough. If your man was to lose his job today, how long would it take before you leave him if you were to leave him?
7 minutes.
Damn.
14 minutes.
What is the first word that comes to your mind when you look at me?
That Georgie isn't here, baby girl. Lay off the foundation, ma'am. No man finds this attractive. Go in for a kiss and come back looking like you just did a line of the booger sugar.